talk about things. Alright, what we got here? Let's talk about these drones, huh? That's just something puzzling, isn't it? The government says they don't know anything, who it is, what it is. Bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. What was it? Assemblyman Bergman from New Jersey. He just walked out of a meeting because it's just ridiculous. No answers. Nuts. I mean, what is it? What do you guys think it is? Do you think it's our military, our government? Or I don't think it's another country. I don't think it's China, Iran, Russia, or anything like that. I believe they'd probably be shot down by now if it were. But who knows with our current administration? Probably just let them fly all over the freaking continent. Now I'm wondering, is it an introduction process? Getting used to seeing a bunch of things flying around in the air. Never know. Oh, and they're coming out of the water. The drones coming out of the water off the coast. There are drones out there that have the capability of being submersible as well as coming out of the water and flying away. So it's not just landing on the water anymore. There are, I don't know how many, that they can't go underwater. Not saying that's what it is. They're supposed to have, with all this going on, eventually we're going to have communication with the aliens and have access to something like the intergalactic internet. Hey, I'd like to find out some more info. I'm always up to learning every day. I'd love to check out what they've got online. Is it a Project Bluebeam type thing, where it's the fake alien invasion? It's supposed to start a new world order? Who knows? You'll have to look that up though, Project Bluebeam. Either way, our government's involved. Aliens, government, or both. You know what I mean? Nobody else is flying around up there unrestricted other than our government. I mean, if it was anybody else, they wouldn't be flying around like this. Especially now, I guess you're getting closer to restricted airspaces and all that good stuff. So we don't want that flying around like that. Our government, aliens, or both. You tell me. Oh yeah, the only ones mystified on what it is us. Somebody's got to know. I mean, somebody knows. Government's got to know. Just rich people just flying around having fun, trying to gain some intel, or what is it? What's going on? Oh yeah, talk about this guy, Cliff High, who did this prediction back in 2009, which I think is pretty cool. He created some software called WebBot, and it was supposed to predict the outcome of stock exchange. I guess through keywords online to try to predict the stock exchange. The software this guy created predicted that, a lot of people already know about the December 3rd prediction, that the alien invasion, after the Joe Rogan and Trump interview, it was 39 days after that. Well, the 39-day thing is, the Trump interview with Joe Rogan was the temporal marker. Think of it as this is the timeline going that way. This is the temporal marker. 39 days later, the melee, dissolve into a melee. And that's kind of what's been happening. He even talked about drones up in the air by the military bases and whatnot. So it's just kind of strange, I think. Pretty cool. Now, it doesn't mean that December 3rd was the day of this combat. It could be months after, but 39 days after the temporal marker, which would be the Trump interview with Rogan, it would be the visible contention period. Just this little area here. Now, the December 3rd, was that the day that these drones out on the East Coast were more well known to the nation and the world? Is that what that was? And now it's just gonna keep going, and eventually the melee combat situation with UFOs against each other and against manned aircraft. I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's not a war or anything. I hope it's a peaceful thing. I really hope this is a introduction process. I want to meet some aliens. We all know they're out there. Come on, quit hiding it. Let's just do it. I'd like to get the drone up just to take a peek, but my drone had a case of sudden catastrophic disassembly a couple months ago, so I have to fix that, and then I'll be able to fly that around. But I'm gonna have to wait on that. But until then, I've been keeping my eyes to the sky. Seen a lot more air traffic, like planes and jets than usual. I don't know if that means anything. Usually here we hardly get anything, but a couple nights in a row I've just heard jets all night long. Weird. Check out this Cliff High's video on his prediction, and he goes into great detail about it. It's on his channel, Chris High, on YouTube, and go check him out there and see what I'm talking about. Might be interesting to you. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's got to know. Somebody knows, obviously, not just the people flying around. A lot of these things look like, when you see the videos, look like manned aircraft, like jets, not jumbo jets, but passenger jets, airliners. You can't really tell how far away it is on the videos you see, but it's got that fixed wing aircraft look, although the engines look a lot bigger for some reason, highlighted by the lights, the headlights, I guess. Not just the aviation markers. Then there's some that I just don't recognize. They're just not your average 4-point drone, 4 propellers flying like that, you know, flying this way. These are flying like that with wings and tail, and they sound like jets. A lot of them sound like helicopters from what I've seen and heard. I don't know how many smaller drones are flying around, but one video I saw that had a drone in California over some meeting, or around some meeting, political meeting maybe. It was a daytime picture. It looked like one of those black flies to me, but I don't know what the rest are. I don't know what's going on. Somebody testing things out? Is it Elon Musk with his billions just having fun in the skies? It's a new mode of transportation. What's going on? Military testing something? Is it an introduction process? You tell me. Slick it back, slick it back. It's getting dark. I thought of something else. Looking good. Alright, boom. And that's another thing. They keep saying we're safe. Well, how can they say that if they say they don't even know what it is or who's doing it? How can they say we're safe? Though, you know, of course they know something, that's why. Trump, he probably knows something. I imagine if it were a threat, he would have addressed it by now. He'd definitely be talking to us. Just keep your eye to the sky. They're out there. They're here. And we're gonna meet them. Fucking crazy bastard.